We're finishing some things up, getting into new things, getting a lot of progress done. Let's go check it out. So we realized with the smaller yurt, the angles are a little bit different than the bigger yurt. So the type of base trim that we have isn't gonna quite work. There's just too much of a gap in that corner. So we are gonna end up going with a PVC trim. It's more plastic, unfortunately, but it's gonna be able to go in the corner better than these without breaking. And it's gonna look like the larger yurt. So you can see over here in the big yurt how this trim gets really close to these corners, and then they can just throw a little bit of caulking in that gap there, and it's not going to be as big a deal as if we tried to do that on the smaller yurt, because that one has a larger gap, and that much caulking in there is going to end up cracking and not looking good. So in the guest bathroom here, the tile guy should be here. I think they were saying either today or tomorrow, but he's gonna get started here on this area and other parts of this guest bathroom very soon. They did get started on the floor of the loft, getting that flooring in. They're wanting to get that in so that way the railing can be put into. This is keyed in to be finished up this week or next. That small pump has not been working, so we really need to get this so that way we can get water to the property. Right now I've got an IBC tote down there. I'm gonna put that in the bed of my truck, run it up to our rental property, fill it up, bring down here to get the cows watered and all the other animals watered. But this is going well. The roof over here for the back porch, they got that finished off to where they're liking it. This is all tongue and groove from the top, and then they'll be able to put stuff on top, and then the metal roofing on top of that. So this is the view we'll get. Whenever we get the go-ahead from them, that's when I'm gonna put in our 30-day notice to our landlord. I don't wanna rush myself. We've got a house that we're living in. We're not between places. I'm not in a rush. We're gonna take our time, get things squared away, move stuff down at our pace, get things settled, and then move in once everything's done. So I just got back down with the water in the IBC tote. Thankfully, they made some calls. They got the pump guy here today, and he's hooking it up to where I'm gonna have a toggle switch to be able to use the one spigot that I have hooked up to the well right now. I think it had frozen and stuff that they had set up before, so I wasn't able to use it. So that's why I've been doing the IBC tote, but after today I should be able to hook the hose up and just run it like normal, so that's good news. So they did get finished with the flooring up here in the loft. It's looking really good. I'm really liking the color, and they are getting started on the trim of the loft area too, which is great because that sets them up for the railing to be coming in, which should be any moment now. They're also starting to install the railing. It's up there, it's just needing to be screwed together and down to the floor. We've got to shift focus, and we got to get Oz back to his owners. So we're gonna go now and get the trailer, hook up, go load him up and take him back. It's gonna be sad to see Oz go, but he came, served his purpose. Hopefully he was able to get all three, and we'll be looking at 3 calves next year. But yeah, we're gonna get him loaded up here soon and get him back to his house. All right, back at the property, got the trailer again. I'm gonna have to buy my own because this is having to borrow it from people. It's getting old. So the idea is we got the door back there. So this has been quite the experience. Tried to load him up. So we put all the girls in the stalls, tried to get him in the trailer. He wouldn't budge anywhere near the trailer. He was sticking to the stalls because the girls were there. Then we got all 3 in the stalls. We closed up all the stalls from the outside, but he can still smell them. So now he's hanging out by the door. We've got the trailer open right now with food and treats in it. Just gonna give it some time. Hopefully he'll, realize it's time to go, and we'll go from there. So right now it's just a waiting game. I'm gonna go in and show you guys what they've been doing in the yurt. So they got all this railing secured down there, and they started getting the trim. They've got that around there. Say hi, Harrison. Hi. And then they've got the trim along the wall done. We went just with a little, white smaller trim right there. See if we can focus in on it. Yeah, right there. We also have drywall back in. There's just some spots that they had to fix. So we got drywall back in to do some touch-ups, and then they're gonna do a little touch-up up here, just because they had brown trim up there. It didn't look that great. So they're gonna put a little bit more drywall and I think put a white trim piece up there to make that look a little better. They got this door in. This is from the kitchen over to the pantry. It's a pocket door, so that one there is a pocket. And then they got trim going and all these other places. They still got to work on over there, so the trim's not there. Doors in here. They're painting doors. They're working on trim. They're filling in those little gaps, putting caulking in. And then over here going to the laundry room, they've got this doorway closed up. It's gonna be a barn door that's above there and goes like that. So that's gonna look really nice going into the laundry room. And then they've got, I think I showed you guys this door over here for the bedroom. It's in and trimmed. And then they've actually started flooring up in there. Let's see if I can get up there and show you. Oh yeah, even more than I thought. They've actually got it all floored out. They've got the edges trimmed, the wall trimmed. And we're actually gonna leave this on no guardrail. So we're just gonna have to be careful up here. But I just think it would be too crowded if we put a guardrail up in here. But this is gonna be where we put kind of like a little book nook for Lindsay. So it looks like this week too, they're also gonna be getting in, I believe, the wood burning stove. So that should be taken care of. And then next week, along with the cabinets, I think some subs are gonna start coming back, getting stuff in, getting the in-floor heating set up to where, you know, it's able to work, have the natural gas come in for the stove and for the in-floor heating, get the outside all patched up, and so that way they can go on to some other stuff while the subs are in here. But things are getting close. I'd say within the next like 2 weeks, things should be buttoned up and we should be starting to be able to move in 2-3 weeks probably. Oz is in the trailer. I had to get the owner here. Like honestly, he wouldn't even eat treats anymore. The owner shows up, grabs his lead, and literally just walks him over to the trailer, which I knew was gonna happen, but it was just funny seeing it because that's what we were saying was gonna happen. And sure enough, as soon as he did it, I'm like, yep, that makes sense. So I'm headed now to take him back, and then this will be the end of the Oz era. But it was beautiful. We loved him. He did a great job. They seem to be doing fine without Oz here. As soon as they got out of the barn, they went running over to where he was loaded up. So it didn't occur to us last night until we got the bull back. The owner was like, you know, I'm thinking maybe the reason he wasn't cooperating was that one of the girls didn't get pregnant and she's still in heat. Maybe we should have thought about that earlier, but it is what it is. We'll keep going, we'll move on. We'll get them again later once we know for sure that they aren't pregnant. But we're thinking that might be the reason why he was being so ornery. There's gonna be a lot more going on next week. We're gonna pick it up next week with some more inside stuff, get some stuff started, get some stuff finished. I appreciate you guys joining me again. Until next time.